The man never could have imagined that learning how to use his hidden ability would completely turn his life around. This power allowed him to summon an unlimited number of legendary followers, each at max level 9999, and every one of them obeyed his every command without question. Driven by a desire for revenge against the companions who had once betrayed him, he established a secret base in the deepest part of the labyrinth, quietly building his strength. With these legendary followers acting as his training partners, his power grew at an astonishing rate. In just 2.5 years, he had surpassed the most powerful beings on the surface. Yet, he remained cautious. He feared that the mastermind behind the earlier attempt to frame him might be even stronger. Vowing not to let his guard down, he made thorough preparations every single day. He assigned his max-level followers to specific duties. The white-haired woman, a master of close-quarters combat, was put in charge of patrolling the base. The blonde was tasked with constructing external facilities, and the blue-haired woman was sent to scout the areas surrounding the labyrinth. He considered himself incredibly fortunate to have such followers. However, one issue gave him a constant headache: the eccentric fairy maid team. The head maid had permanently claimed the exclusive right to clean his personal room, which made the regular maids intensely jealous. They protested, but as expected, the head maid dismissed their complaints and punished them by ordering them to scrub the throne room's corridors using only their hands. The fairy maids were furious at the head maid's unreasonable behavior, but they were powerless to oppose her. After all, she was the very first follower the man had ever summoned, and they stood no chance against her in a fight. Mention of that first summoning triggered a vivid daydream in the four maids. They pictured a scene from the early days. Back then, the man's level was even lower than theirs, trapped in the perilous depths of a labyrinth teeming with deadly magical beasts, and completely alone with the head maid. Just thinking about that scenario filled them with envy. In their frustration, they muttered curses under their breath, wishing the head maid would just explode on the spot. Unfortunately for them, the head maid was right outside the door and overheard everything. Caught in the act, the four maids felt their souls nearly leave their bodies in terror. The head maid had actually come to apologize, thinking her earlier punishment might have been too harsh, but after hearing their curses, she changed her mind. Not only did she retract her apology, she made their punishment even more severe. She then clarified something contrary to their wild imaginations. Nothing of the sort they were fantasizing about had happened after the man summoned her. Hearing this, the four maids were overcome with shame and immediately set about cleaning the massive throne room. The hall was so vast that it seemed impossible for just four of them to finish cleaning before morning. No sooner had this thought crossed their minds than the green-haired maid, in a moment of carelessness, accidentally broke a wing off the throne. Meanwhile, the man was preparing to leave his quarters. As he stepped out, he witnessed three of his followers training outside. The sight of a level 1000 hellhound, a creature that always brought back vivid memories of his betrayal, caught his attention. Seeing the demonic beast acting disrespectfully toward their master, the three followers instantly flew into a rage.